hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets, the coach regret even letting them stay in the game. Team around took a tumble. Next time, be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just trying not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on smash. Put on the gas. I will not crash. Honey yard dash. Honey yard dash. Honey yard dash. Honey yard dash. Honey yard dash.
And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the New York Giants. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season, Week 17, is underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Set. 10-2 stop. No gain on this defense. No gain. Watch twist. Let go.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not going to have much success against him and his team.
Or, yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not, because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him to get him out of position so maybe you can wall him off? He's a really sharp, intelligent player as well as a physical specimen.
From the 27, Jones looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard, and it's third down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead going to an opposite color jersey.
On third down, Jones. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
The good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
At their own 26-yard line.
Reset. 19. Take right. Everyone, you got 4 down.
First carry for James Conner. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Watson. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Set. 19. Hey. Four down.
3rd and 2. Watson. Open man, Smith-Schuster. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
First down, Steelers.
Chris is set. Like any egg. Watch tight end. We got four.
On 1st and 10 is counter. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Really good stop there by the end in this 4-3 defense.
And not just pass rushers anymore, are they? Those guys can use their hands, control the point of attack, shed those blockers, and go get those ball carriers.
4 down. Check. 4 down. Keep 39. To the car.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Watson going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brianne Bonnie Calhoun. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 3-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
First down, Giants on a pickup of 14. So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. This is Barkley. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down.
Brandon, guys do whatever it takes to have fresh legs late in the season nowadays, don't they? How about him last week? Week 16, NFC Player of the Week for his performance.
Probably means a little bit more to him later in the year, doesn't it? Because of what you just said, the fatigue for a running back throughout the season.
Shows the off-season training and the endurance that he created in order to have that type of a game this late in the season.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Ready.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
54. Watch the curl. Get it.
Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Throwing Jones. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Of course, he's coming off that NFC Offensive Player of the Week performance. 2 scores in that game a week ago.
And how did he get them? Speed is one thing, but how about the niftiness in his route running, able to cross people up in the secondary and make sure that they can't quite get to him before the ball arrives. He's something after the catch as well.
60 Pittsburgh. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Hey, exit.
Jones from the gun on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And now it's the punter Weil on as he sends this one away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they could very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing. But he's into the clear. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Deontay Johnson, 77 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point good by Gostkowski. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
The tackle made by Devin Wood. That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football. They'll face a 3rd down conversion attempt here, 3rd and 3.
Come on, set, 8, read. 54, line 54. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Hey, echo. 5.
Now Jones, operating from the gun. And that will be incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Now this is fielded in the end zone. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Steelers will get it at their own 20-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 70-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. A shotgun snap for Watson. Now he's flushed out right and avoids the contact by sliding. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
A gain of 8 yards. And it's
They'll try and run forward with Connor. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds, back near their own 20.
at their own 21-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. The results for them so far, not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet, trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Now Jones. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Evan Ingram, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And I think I saw that right. You tell me if I'm wrong. That was just a fly route, just to go. He went.
Sometimes speed, just pure speed, is going to win. I don't care how athletic you are on the other side of the ball. When a guy's that fast and he can just take off, if a quarterback has time to throw the ball and release it when he wants to, that's the end result. Nothing you could do about that. He was just a better athlete on that play.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
Flush to his right. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. Well, this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Giants touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower postgame. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that makes the score 14-7. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Watson on first down. Got an open man. It's Washington. That one goes for 30 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. Being chased out left. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
To throw again on second down. Watson dancing to his left. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
On first down, it's Watson. That's complete to his running back, Connor. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Out of the gun, Watson. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down. He'd had some success as a runner previously on this drive, just not as much space there that time.
Yeah, this time when he pulled it down, they were ready for him. So I think he's going to have to fling a few in order to open up that running lane again.
Throwing on second and long. Watson. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. 5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on third. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Throwing on third down, Watson. The quick slant caught. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Line of scrimmage, the 2. They can still get a first down if they just get a yard out of this on 4th and very short. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Breanne Bonnie Calhoun. They were looking for Johnson that time.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
On 1st and 10, Jones. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Out routes are always timing routes, and if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he let him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds.
Ready?
Jones now throwing again. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. T.J. Watt in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for it. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Ready? 18, Gator. 54. All right, T, let's go. All right, T. Hey, Charlie. Hey, one set. Check, Mike, 54. Get it.
Operating from the gun, Jones gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 23 yards, the final tally.
Hey, Alpha. Snap.
Here's Jones on 1st and 10. It's hauled in by Shepard. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 46-yard line.
A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. Second down and inches. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Jones from the gun, he'll throw. And now another one thrown incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing again is Watson. Forced out to his left. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Watson. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Here's Jordan Berry now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They've talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. On second down, it's Connor. In on the stop defensively, Raekwon McMillan.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Watson now to throw. This is Johnson. He's got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
On first and 10, Watson steps away to his left. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Looking to throw again on second down. Watson escaping the pressure right. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. From the gun, Watson buying time to his left. And he slides to avoid the hit. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now a first down throw, Watson. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Dexter Lawrence in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Tight end right. And 24. Check. Sponge.
Back to throw, Watson. And he's going to go down again. Marcus Davenport, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Going to need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Here's Watson. Open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants 16. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Now it's Watson. Flushed out right. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. B.J. Hill able to record his 5th sack of the season. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
Everyone got 4 down. 54.
Watson to throw on 3rd down. Being chased out left. He may try and run for this. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a first down, and inside the 5-yard line.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. To throw is Watson. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. James Washington, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Gostkowski for the point after. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he'll actually lose about 7 yards on the return, but they have possession of the football on the turnover. What a season he continues to have defensively. Now a dozen interceptions this year, Charles.
And let's face it, we've watched a lot of ball. But when you get 12 in 1 year, that's better than most careers, isn't it?
Absolutely, and you might be asking for a bump in pay, too.
No doubt about it. Running right in there and talking to the team.
Right there.
2nd and 6.
1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. And yes, complete to the tight end McDonald. That one a first down pickup of 8.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run on first down. Connor, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
It'll be a gain of 9, and that's going to bring up the third down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
The Steelers on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now Watson, operating from the gun, eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
And he's brought down. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Conner, his 6th touchdown of the season. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Gostkowski with the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time, 1-play interceptions, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
From the 35 on second down, Jones. And this is Shepard on the catch. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now Saquon Barkley. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Operating from the gun, Jones. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down. Now Jones on 1st down. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. Jones now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Jones now from the gun, he'll throw. Finds his tight end Ingram. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it won't be easy.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. On 4th down, Jones. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And that will force a turnover on downs. So the failure to convert no doubt really hurts, but this one's not over. A good chunk of time on the clock and the timeouts.
Yeah, not only do they have the timeouts, as you just noted, they're going to get an extra one with the 2-minute warning. And that's going to help in big way. So in a sense, they have 4 timeouts in their pocket. The big thing, stopping them on defense now. They can't let them get a first down and make them use their timeouts and get a fresh set of downs. They've got to stop them right here. And if so, they've still got an opportunity.
An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. And that looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. On 2nd and a couple, Watson. They'll roll him out right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Hey, pick him up. 36. Check 36.
Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. Washington's got it. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Yeah, not a great one there. Out of bounds in the air. And the offense is going to be set up already in enemy territory inside the 45.
Set, ready? 60 outlaw.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. T.J. Watt in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so, but it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on third down. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. T.J. Watt in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on fourth down.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Here's Jones throwing on fourth down. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Cameron Hayward and the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Everyone's got 4 down.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 39-yard line.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Steelers, a final win means they will finish off the regular season at a very strong 12-4. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead.